Hello all. Today we will be doing the Google Cloud Computing Foundation Certificate lab, one of the lab from Cloud Computing Foundations. So this lab is about creating a virtual machine. The lab is creating a virtual machine with the number GSP001. So let's start the lab. When you start the lab, you have to give the captcha. Open it in a new incognito window. Click I understand. Agree the terms and conditions. Click on this tutorial start button. So here you will get all the overview tab. Whatever is described here will be received in this window also. So here we have two tasks, mainly to create a compute engine and add NGINX server to your instance and create a new instance with Google Cloud. So here you are creating two VMs, one with one with Google Shell and the other with console. So here we have two tasks. On completion of these two tasks, we will get 50 points each, a total of 100 points. So let's move to the task. So this is our, so in this first task, we need to complete task 1 and task 2. And task 3 is our Google Shell, creating an VM instance through Google Shell. So let's move to the first task. So this is my console. So let me open the all these. This is about starting the lab, about how to open the incognito window, login. All those details are given here. So you can move to the next page, next step, which is step 3 of 7. So the first task is to create instance from the Google console, Cloud console. Okay. So here first we need to go to navigation menu, from there compute engine, and click on VM instances. So this is our, if you find like this, just close that page and you can click on these 3 lines. This is our navigation menu. So in this navigation menu, click on compute engine. So this is compute engine. Then from there go to VM instances. So it will load this page. Now we have to create an instance. So here next step is to create instance. So click on create instance. You can close this. Now here they will be giving some details. So these are the machine details, machine configuration. We have to fix these configuration. So first thing is the name of the lab is set to GCE lab. So you just copy this and paste it here. Next is we have to set the region to US East 1. That is already set to US East 1. Next we need to set the zone to US East 0. So here we have US East 0, sorry, C, US East 1C. So these values may change for every individual. And also the same person, when doing it multiple times, also will change these values. So these values are depending on one particular lab. So when you retake the lab, these values might change, will definitely change. So set the zone to US East 1, East 1C. Then next is setting the series. So scroll down, you can find here it is already by default set to E2 series. Then check the machine type, which is E2 medium. Again scroll down, here you have E2 machine, E2 medium machine set, machine type set to E2 medium. Then next, so that is in this page. Under machine configuration, we have all these things to be set. Next, we need to go to OS and storage. So go to OS and storage. Now there you set your operating system to Debian. Some few things will be default set. So here we have our operating system Debian, and version is Debian GNU Linux 12 bookworm. So that is the same thing over here. Then boot disk type is balanced persistent disk. So this is also balanced persistent disk. Size is 10 GB. Size is 10 GB. So that is also set by default. Next, click on networking. So this is our networking. And in that, we need to allow HTTP traffic for firewall. So this is our firewall. In that, click on HTTP traffic. Then that's it. Then you have to click on create. So scroll down. You need not change anything here. Everything will be by default applied. So continue with the default state and click on create. So when you click on create, it will create an instance of GCE lab. So this here you will get a green tick once it is completed. So by then you can go down and just wait, or you can click on this refresh. So here we have created the GCE lab. Now we need to connect to the connect SSH to the VM. So we need to use SSH to connect to VM. So that is provided here. Click on SSH. It will open up an SSH window browser. Authorize it. So this is your SSH browser window in browser client. So there you need to, so this is opened. Now we need to, next task is to install the NGINX web server. So for that, in the, so we need to run this command. This command, we should run it in the SSH window. So open the shell, the SSH browser, and paste that command there. Press enter. You will get this. So this is your output. So if you check here, you have get 1, get 5, get 7, like that. So get 1, get 5, get 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3, 4, like that we have got. Okay. Now click on the next command to install the NGINX. So paste it here. Okay, so here we have this output, reading package list, new package list, all these. So we'll get this output. Now take the third command. So you will get this data, root, the same thing, it will be displayed over here too. So www data, all these things are displayed here. Now you need to open the NGINX output. So here, if you scroll it, click on the external IP. So when you click on it, a new window with the NGINX server will be, NGINX homepage will be displayed. Continue to that site. So this is your output. Now, next task is to check your progress. So we got the output. Welcome to NGINX. Now we need to check the progress. So go back to the page, go to second task and check your progress. So if you get a green tick, it is correctly done. If you don't get the green tick, then there is some mistake which you have done. Next, let's move on to the third task. So which is to create a VM instance with gcloud commands. So here, to the next. So here we need to activate the shell. Click on continue, authorize. So we need to follow these commands. So this is my cloud shell. Okay, so we will get the cloud shell from here. This is your cloud shell. It is opened here. You can, if you want to move it to the another window, you can click on this. So from here, copy this command, paste it here. So it is to create a new VM instance from command line. So this case here, you might get an error. You got an error because we didn't set the region and zone. So we need to go to the first page. Yeah, here in the second page, we have steps to activate the cloud shell. So here we are setting the zone and we need to set the zone and region. We need to set the zone and region. So before executing that previous command, we need to execute the, we have to set this region and zone. So click on this, paste it here. So setting the region to US East. So that property is updated. Then you need to create a variable for the region. Take that command, paste it here. Then set the zone. Okay, now we can take the same command. You can use your arrow keys. You can use your arrow keys to move up and down. So either you can use the arrow keys and execute it, or you can go back to that page, that task for 3 page, and copy this command and paste it here again. So these both are the same command. This one and this one is the same command. You can use your arrow keys to move up and down. So once it is created, you will find the status as running. So all these details will be displayed. Now again, it is asking to check your progress. So go back to the previous window and check your progress. Now by now, a new instance will be created that you can verify by minimizing your shell. So when you if you refresh this page, you will find the second VM also created. So this is your second VM which is created using Cloud Shell, and this is the first VM which is created using Cloud Console. So these are the two ways by which you are creating the VM. Okay, so that's all for in this video. Now, yeah, before that, you can see your score. So here we have received 50 points for both of it. So that means total you have scored 100. Now you have your MCQs. So the question is, through which of the following ways can you create VM instance in compute engine? So you can use command line as well as cloud console. So click both of it and submit. So you have created your you have created your virtual machine, and with that you have completed this program. So you can end your lab.